is how it should be. This is how it should be. In studio seats may go wired in the CRT. Hey everybody, I am extremely happy to see that we have a response to my reaction. Sorry if my audio is a little bit weird. For some reason my audio just keeps cutting. I don't know what's going on. I am very giddy right now. This is great. The title, I'm not really sure about that, but I saw the first minute. It's funny. Yeah, no, he has some fair points. Let's start a video, okay? Blue Raptor, the biggest problem with Minecraft theorists by Blue Raptor Lord. Here we go.
I'm a Minecraft theorist, and I have been for almost 2 years now, but what most people don't know is that I'm actually one of the most controversial Minecraft theorists.
You have not even 2,000 subscribers. I don't know about that.
And a video by a channel called Rando criticizes 3 of my major theories.
It's me, Rando.
But most of the
Hey. This is outdated. I have at least 2 subscribers now.
But most of the arguments that he makes are honestly kinda ridiculous. So in this video, we're gonna be debunking his debunking. First of all,
Is it really ridiculous? Let's see.
if you end up watching this video, this is what I sound like. Video games. But to find, I do not sound like that in the actual video. He made a mistake in OBS.
Yeah, my bad.
The first thing that he does is he criticizes the part where I say that Minecraft has more.
I fixed the audio now. I think. Wait, actually, did I fix the audio? Oh wait. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. The audio should be good. The audio should be. The audio should be good. Hey, look, 2 of me.
Lore than most video games, and he uses Pokemon as an example of a game with more lore than Minecraft. But of course Pokemon has more lore. Pokemon has tons of lore.
Pokemon's lore, not that deep. That's why I use it as an example. It is lore, but it's not extremely deep. You know?
I didn't say that Minecraft had the most lore of any video game. I just said that it had more lore than most video games, which is totally true. So then he talks for the next 3 minutes straight about Pokemon having lore.
Yeah, maybe. It has what I would say slightly below average lore amount, if that means anything to you.
And about how bad my texture pack is before actually getting into the video. Then he spends the next.
I take inspiration from someone else. Don't worry about it.
Next 2 minutes trying to figure out his YouTube settings. But here's the first time he actually criticizes one of my theories. I was assessing the Orb of Dominance's abilities, and I said that it has the power. Then he spends the next 2 minutes trying to figure out his YouTube settings. But here's the first time he
wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Then he spends the next.
You're at the 49-second mark.
Next 2 minutes trying to figure out his YouTube settings. But here's
then you're at the 2-second, 1 minute, 2 second mark. Yeah, that's not 2 minutes, but it's probably 2 minutes. Yeah.
First time he actually criticizes one of my theories. I was assessing the Orb of Dominance's abilities, and I said that it has the power to summon mobs. To which he says that the Orb of Dominance cannot spawn mobs that we know of. And he's completely right there. That was a mistake.
Our first agreement.
Mistake that I made because I was not done reading Rise of the Archillager.
You really should have.
Yet. Honestly,
You really should have finished the book first, before you make your theories.
think that this video has the most mistakes.
Been funny if you predicted something in the book.
Out of any of my theories. Like, all the parts that are absolutely essential to the theory are still there, so let's move on. Then he spends nearly 45 seconds criticizing me for pointing out that the Orb of Dominance.
Wait, I'm talking very loud. I'm not sure if that's going to affect the audio negatively or if it's going to help it. Let me check. Okay, so it made the audio very clear, at least a lot more clear than last video, so that's nice. Yeah.
Was intelligent. And the reason that I did that.
Wait, I'm recording, right? I'm so professional, guys. I'm so professional.
is to clarify that it's not just brainless like a mob that just sort of walks around and pathfinds. Like, it's not
Yeah,
this
makes
animal
sense.
that
That
doesn't
makes
really
sense.
know anything. It's actually a being that can talk to you and understands things like speech. Most mobs in
Yeah.
Minecraft can't do that, so I was just pointing that out. But if you're like me or
Could use
Rando and
better
you've read
wording.
Rise of the Archillager, you already know that. The problem is that most of the people watching the video probably haven't read the novel, so I just thought I'd point it out. Then
Fair
I point
enough.
out that the Orb of Dominance has an orange and pink.
Though it kinda... Though the narrator kinda did say in the opening cutscene to the game that it controlled Archie, so it's probably fairly smart, right?
Gradient that fluctuates over time. I also said that no other item has that, to which he says Prismarine has that. However, Prismarine fluctuates incredibly slowly, and it's a color change so subtle that most people don't even notice it. The Orb
Actually, it's just because the color change is so slow that nobody notices it. Like, if you put two of them next to each other, like the bluest part and greenest part, it's very clear that they are different colors. But anyway, it still technically does change color.
of Dominance, however, changes colors drastically very quickly. And Rise of the Archillager points out that it fluctuates based on the Orb of Dominance and Archie's mood. Then I pointed out that the Orb
How was the Orb of Dominance feeling that it constantly changes color?
of Dominance's pink and orange gradient is shared by the Flames of Creation, at which point he calls me colorblind and says that there's no pink here. Now, when 13-year-old me saw this video, I thought that these little parts in here were kinda pinkish, but I totally see where he's coming.
Dear God, this was a year ago. Oh, I've been hiding in the shadows for so long. I am taking hiding in the shadows from some guy who just replied on one of my videos. Whether I'm using that term now. Yeah. I mentioned in the video that I'm calling him colorblind for a multitude of reasons, but this is just one of them.
From, I don't think they're pink anymore either, and I think that this part of the theory of the Orb of Dominance being similar to the Flames of Creation is a little bit of a stretch, but I still think that the hosts
Our second agreement.
created the Orb of Dominance because they are the only ones in Minecraft that we've seen
Not impossible.
who can create items.
I do disagree though.
Then I pointed out that the hosts have the ability to create items, and since the Orb of
Wait,
Dominance
I
is
like the video? Yeah, I like the video.
a one-of-a-kind item, it's not something that you can get a bunch of, the hosts definitely could have created it, and it even shows Action creating the world's first iron axe. Here's the response.
Wow, the godly beings can make stuff.
Response.
Wait. Wow, the godly being. Why? Why is Z and also there should be an E? Why is Z can make stuff? This is subtitles. Thanks.
And he pauses the video to point out that he thinks the staff has a name, which upon reading Rise of the Archillager, you'll see that it doesn't. Then in the video I point out that there only has a name.
Can make stuff.
Then he pauses the video to point out that he thinks the staff has a name, which upon
What? I never said that this staff has a name. If I mention the staff having a name, it's the nameless one staff that has a name. I don't think it's not mentioned in the book that the nameless one staff has a name. But it is mentioned in game that it has a name. Actually, I can go check that right now. Wait, did you just... Okay, cool, just on my email. I have to block that later. Dungeon... Bosses... You know, I could have just said I'll put it on the screen instead of doing this, whatever. Where is it? I know it has night in the name. Never mind. I swear there was a name. Okay, whatever.
Upon reading Rise of the Archaeologer, you'll see that it doesn't. Then in the video I point out that there are only 4 items in Minecraft that can summon mobs. The regular Orb of Dominance, the green Orb of Dominance, command
The green Orb of Dominance.
blocks, and the Flames of
That's your theory, and I don't think, did you mention in this video that? I don't remember. I probably should remember that. Irrelevant, I'm gonna just let Sky talk.
Creation, to which he points out that spawners spawn eggs, the corrupted cauldron, golem spawning, and vindicators can all spawn mobs. But the vindicators don't spawn in the mobs in the same way as the other things. With the
Yeah,
golems,
I
you're
don't know
not
why I
creating
included that one.
something from nothing, you're just turning blocks into a mob. The spawners are the Flames of Creation, as he even points out earlier in the video. The spawners use spawn eggs.
I would say that the Flames of Creation are spawners rather than spawners being the Flames of Creation. That's not important. I really should be focusing. Sorry.
As we know from creative mode, and so the corrupted cauldron is the only thing on this list that I actually missed. Then in the video I point out that there are far more shards here than we actually end up destroying in the game, which means that the Orb of Dominance shards have to still be out there. However, he accuses me of not even watching the video for the next 3 seconds to see that the shards actually form back together. But here's the thing. You see how the shards are all made of little cubes like everything else in Minecraft? Well, if you add all those cubes up, there's way more than it actually takes to make a full solid Orb of Dominance.
So are the shards. If you look at the shards, I'm pretty sure. I actually have no way. No way. I think I can show you that. Orb of Dominance. They better have images for it. Okay, here. Would be nice if this image were to load. Okay, wait, does this work? Okay, cool, small. Come on. Okay, you can see here at the Enderman. Okay, this is so okay. Well, pretty much all the shards are very large pieces of the orb. Like, look at this one. This one. That's like half of the Orb of Dominance, almost. It's like a third the Orb of Dominance, or they're just an entire half. And then you still have a bunch of other large pieces here. Look at that. Look at that. It's also a giant part of the orb. Like, doesn't mean anything. They just did it like that. They just did it like that. Just because. Like complaining about a cartoon character not playing a piano correctly. This is the same logic. Actually,
shards are all made of little cubes like everything else in Minecraft. Well, if you add all those cubes up, there's way more than it actually takes to make a full solid Orb of Dominance.
Then explain that. Why are there more shards than there were in the actual orb? Why? Also, is there actually, oh yeah, no, it's totally more shards than, yeah. Like, this is irrelevant. So what is more shards than it took to make the Orb of Dominance? The Orb of Dominance still shattered into all of those shards, and then went back together again. That doesn't change anything. Like, all of the shards were gravitating towards each other to build itself together. I don't know why it ended up not fully building itself together again. Maybe it was a survival tactic. But either way, yeah, there.
In fact, even if you take
this isn't important.
the shards that you destroy in Minecraft dungeons and put them all together, there's still more than you need to create an orb of dominance. And also, you can't create the shards that we destroy in Minecraft dungeons with just this amount of cubes, which means there are still some out there.
What?
Create the shards that we destroy in Minecraft dungeons with just this amount of cubes.
What? What do you mean? I feel like it's definitely enough. Definitely the shards are big enough. Oh wait, no, this is like 5 pixels. This is 6 pixels. This is a very large piece, though. I think this is what was going on with all of these shards. This is what you were building. This is the part where they all build itself together. Then you had a bunch of other shards which just separated for no apparent reason. The shards put themselves back together. That's I really don't know actually what to say about this. Like, I don't know how to respond to this. Not a good point or anything. It's, I don't know. Whatever, let's just continue.
Which means there are still some out there, and I actually pointed this out in a follow-up video. Oh, and we know for 100% fact that the Orb of Dominance shards survived, because at the very end of the Echoing Void DLC, you can see a redstone golem walking around, and redstone golems need the Orb of Dominance just to function. But that's kind of something that he should know, because he's a red.
No, they don't. You should know that. In the book. What is his name again? Archie's rival? Nemesis? I can't remember. But pretty much, he was able to just command the redstone golem to do what he wants. Like, Archie didn't tell the golem to help him rob the diamond molds and the redstone and stuff. He didn't tell the redstone golem to take that. Okay, wait, let me get his name. Because this otherwise will be very dumb to say. Where is it? Thord. Thord was stealing a redstone golem and he was stealing redstone golem and had the redstone golem carry him over the lava and hold an entire diamond mold, if I remember correctly. Or at least he was carrying a bunch of diamonds with him. Like the redstone golems don't need to be commanded by someone in order to actually do their job. I mean, no, not commanded by their creator, I mean. Like, they have to be commanded, otherwise they won't do anything. What was I saying again? Right, so, yeah, no, the redstone golems don't need the Orb of Dominance to give commands, and they don't need the Orb of Dominance to survive, because the plants over in the jungle island thing, they could survive without the shard. They probably not permanently, but they could survive for a decent amount of time. And those redstone golems, they're regular golems. They don't need a constant power source, I think. I don't know.
Of the Archillager. Then he shows this image, which is actually kind of funny. But moving on. Okay, so then I point out that the Minecraft Dungeons narrator and Foresight have the
He complimented me, let's go!
Same voice actress, and that they could totally be the same person. To which he says, probably not, we just don't know. Not in those words, of course, but we're just gonna move on. Okay, so now I'm pointing at
that?
Probably not, we just don't know. Not in those words, of course, but we're just gonna move.
I didn't say that it wasn't the same voice actor, I just said we don't know if it's the same person in universe. I know it's the same voice actor. I know that. As you're not the first person to propose this theory, I'm pretty sure.
and move on. Okay, so now I'm pointing out that the Orb of Dominance fell into the hands of the Piglins, and then they used it to get to the overworld. To which he said,
I don't think they use the Orb of Dominance to go to the overworld. At least, like, not directly, because you need obsidian and fire. That's all you need to go to make a portal from the overworld to the nether. By the way, is a nether portal also an overworld portal?
and then he talks for nearly a minute and a half about how a nether portal is also an overworld portal. And then here he says that the whole question in this video is what happened to the remaining.
Yeah. What are your opinions on that theory, my guy? I wanted to hear, actually. Like, I genuinely wanted to hear what you thought about it.
Shards, but since he says there are no remaining shards, this video has no point. But as we 100% proved with redstone golems, there are shards.
You did not 100% prove it. They are not We don't even see any more redstone golems outside of mainland, I'm pretty sure. That would suggest that they aren't even commanding the redstone golems. Wait, let me find the redstone golems page and see what levels they spawn in. Redstone golem spawning. Squid Coast, Pumpkin Pastures, Fiery Forge, High Block Halls, Broken Citadel, yada yada yada, and this is all mainland. All of this is mainland, except for the stronghold, but like, it could have been just brought by the illagers. Or something, I don't know. Like, the Orb of Dominance doesn't even use the redstone golems after that. All of the redstone golems are just stuck over on mainland. I think we would know if there were more shards on mainland. Like, redstone golems do not spawn anywhere after, what is it? Oh wait, Broken Citadel? Oh yeah, they were sent to the end also. They're part of the illagers of mainland. Like, the Obsidian Pinnacle is the last level we see them outside of the mainland group of illagers. So I think it's just that the redstone golems are being ordered by those illagers. The Orb of Dominance does not use those redstone golems at all anymore. This is it. This is it. What, ancient? What? Oh wait, does redstone golem spawn with the ancient? Okay, cool. The ancient baby zombie. Anyways.
So let's keep going. Then I reveal the final big end of the theory where I say that the Orb of Dominance shards could be in a command block. I say that it has all the same properties of the Orb of Dominance, like this gradient texture, along with the ability to do all the things that the Orb of Dominance can do. Now what I'm proposing is that the Orb of Dominance is inside and the gradient within is controlling these things, but he points out that it's not a color gradient like the Orb of Dominance, and that there are colors on here that the Orb of Dominance never does. But these are buttons, they're just flashing because the Orb of Dominance flashes, they don't all need to be the same color. He also points out that command blocks can do so many things that the Orb of Dominance can't, like the kill command. However, as I even pointed out in this theory, a command block is a more concentrated output of the orb's power.
That doesn't make any sense. What does that even mean? What?
Concentrated output that can do so many more things. And
what could you put in a command block? What could you combine with an Orb of Dominance to make it so much more powerful? What?
Then here I make another reference to summoning mobs that he criticizes because, again, I was 13 years old and I hadn't finished Rise of the Archillager. I'm not saying right, in fact I'm admitting I was wrong, but I am saying that because I say that the Orb of Dominance can summon mobs and it can't, it doesn't disprove the whole theory. Then he talks about how command blocks aren't canon, which Mojang added them to the game and added ways for you to access them.
They added them to the game through methods that involve creative mode and cheats. Specifically, there's no way to get command blocks in survival or in any other way other than with commands. You can only solely use commands, which are clearly not canon because they're literally called cheats, and in every single game in existence, Cheats are never canon. I sound heated right now, but that's just part of the act. I'm trying to make sure the microphone still picks me up.
And Mojang has never specified whether or not they're canon. I'm not claiming that story mode is
Of
canon.
course they wouldn't specify if command blocks are canon or not. They don't explain the lore. They only do that very, very small amount of times.
And because it's not. But the notion that command block...
What? In fact, we know that they are canon because all single-player worlds are canon. By that logic, that would mean the Aether is canon.
blocks can 100% be...
It's canon to an alternate universe. Sure. Canon to an alternate universe. Highly possible. By the way, multiplayer worlds also canon. I don't know why you specified single player here, but okay.
proven not to be canon just isn't true. And by the way, I feel like I should clarify this. I'm not saying that I believe 100% that the Orb of Dominance shards turn into a command block. I'm not...
You just said without a doubt that it... wait, no, that's a different theory.
I'm not saying that at all. I am, however, saying that it's a cool theory that fits with Minecraft lore. There are no contradictions and nothing in Minecraft that says it's not true.
And so, the Orb of Dominance influence was... But is this without a dialogue? Why is there no dialogue? Why would I want that?
With
The heart of Ender is defeated.
The overworld was finally and truly free from the orb's influence.
Finally. And truly free from the orb's influence, coming straight from our 100% reliable narrator. I shouldn't say 100%, but it's very reliable.
But even as this story ends, is a hero's work ever done? As long as adventures await.
Look. The influence completely gone. And yet they are redstone golems. Would you call that free from influence?
So the next theory he talks about...
If the golems are really still being controlled by the Orb of Dominance, then I wouldn't really call that free from the Orb's influence. So that's why redstone golems not being controlled by the Orb of Dominance anymore. And the Orb of Dominance probably perma-dead.
That is my Minecraft multiverse theory. When I say that Minecraft isn't a multiverse, he says that it's just flat out true and not even a theory, which is correct. Mojang says that it's true in a book that he talks about here that I actually address later in the video. But that's not saying that Minecraft has multiple dimensions, it's saying that it has parallel universes, which is where things get controversial. So he continues to talk about how it's just a fact that Minecraft has parallel universes for 2 minutes straight, and then he finally pauses it long enough for me to say that it's parallel universe.
Thanks.
But he does debunk the entire theory in one statement.
They aren't. They just aren't.
So apparently they just aren't. See you later. No, I'm joking. Let's keep going. So for the Minecraft multiverse theory, in case you didn't...
Okay, that was a good one.
Minecraft handbook type thing that
That was a good one.
made, and on one of the pages it talks about how Minecraft is a multiverse where basically each Minecraft world is its own dimension, and so they're all canon in their own way, along with like spin-off games and stuff, which is something that I actually predicted before I even read the book. But then Rando goes along and talks about how multiverses and universes and worlds and dimensions and stuff, those are all different things, and that there's a universe that has different dimensions within it, like the overworld, the nether, the end, and the deep dark dimension, and that each of those are their...
I'm glad you noticed that was the deep dark dimension.
own thing in the Minecraft universe and completely separate. However, this is never said anywhere in the book or anywhere by any Mojang employee, ever. Like, he's literally just making this up on the fly. But let's keep going.
Look at your own game. You have the overworld, the nether, and the end. All of them together inside of your own Minecraft world. Seriously, come on! Come on!
Then I use this image as an example.
And then the Minecraft multiverse is from the whole thing. Minecraft is a multiverse with worlds being different universes. That's what's going on over here. Not important. Important, but whatever, let's just keep going.
He's literally just making this up on the fly, but let's keep going. Then I use this image as an example of talking about whenever a choice is made, the timeline split.
I don't know why I talked about this so long, sorry about that.
This mammoth choosing to eat carrots or grass, and then he talks for 45 seconds about how mammoths probably never ate carrots. So I basically explained the parallel universe theory.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
And he keeps talking about how dimensions and timelines and worlds are all different.
I just realized how much time I managed to waste on this guy with just a bunch of irrelevant things such as how mammoths didn't eat carrots.
Different things. They don't mean the same thing, which in this context they completely do. They're all parallel universes of each other, but because he's following that logic table that he showed earlier that is completely made up, it sounds completely logical what he's saying. Then I talked about how Minecraft...
Does it not sound completely logical though? Like, the overworld, a dimension, the nether, a dimension, the end, a dimension, your world, a universe. So then logically, dimensions are sub-areas, sub-worlds inside of a universe, the entire world, the world. You have the mini worlds inside of the big world. That's the only way I can think of putting it right now. I probably could come up with something better. You get the idea.
Legends is another dimension, to which he points out that no, it's actually a story. And I actually made an entire video debunking that theory that you
I'll get to it. Just wait.
Can go watch. Then I talk about how in different dimensions things look differently because life processes light differently. So I give an explanation of how your eyes pull in light and then uses that data to create images and colors and stuff. So I said there isn't a single yellow pixel on this screen, which is true, but my wording was wrong. There's no yellow LEDs here, but there is yellow light created by the red and green LEDs.
Thank you.
Here I talk about how going to certain dimensions changes our biology, to which he responds,
It does not. We are exactly the same when we go to the overworld and the end.
The thing is, he cut me off in the middle of the sentence where I explained the proof that it does, because we go from looking like a regular player in Minecraft to looking like this in Minecraft Legends, which is completely different.
But then why aren't we different when we go to the nether or the end? That's two different dimensions. I feel like should be a decent chance that some difference happens.
So therefore, changing dimensions changes your biology, and also how your brain perceives the light that goes in, which is why certain dimensions...
Why is it exactly the same when you go into the nether and the end then? And probably also going to be the exact same when we go to the Skulk dimension, if that ever happens.
Look differently. Then I have a hint at a vast multiverse in this book called Castle Redstone, to which he says that it's not canon and that nothing but Rise of the Archaeologer is canon. However, literally 10 seconds later, it's not canon and that nothing but...
Rot AI? What's that?
Rise of the
What? Oh, okay, yeah, no, I never seen that acronym before. I'm not part of the Minecraft Dungeons community. I'm not part of the Minecraft Dungeons community. I don't know that acronym. I was very confused. Sorry.
The Archaeologer is canon. However, literally 10 seconds later, I talk about proving that it's canon. Now, it's a popular belief in Minecraft theories that Rise of the Archaeologer is the
And I addressed that. You're ignoring me, yourself.
only canon Minecraft novel. But here I say that the only real evidence is Matt Forbeck, the author, making a tweet saying he's pretty sure it's the only canon Minecraft novel. And this is the only mistake that I made in this entire video, because there is evidence that Jeb once said that it's the only canon novel, but there isn't actually any hard proof of it. See, right here, he shows some evidence.
Yeah, I tried to find the original tweet. I feel like I saw it before. This is the best I could find. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Of it, but no proof. And I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I am saying that what Mojang employees say about Minecraft doesn't exactly dictate the game.
It's Jab himself.
The example that I gave is that a Minecraft employee saying that hippos are canon doesn't make it canon, to which he pointed out that hippos probably are canon. No offense to Rando, but you can tell that he's willing to change what he believes about what is and isn't canon.
Come on! Come on, of course hippos are canon. Canon hippo theory. Here we go. The Minecraft hippo theory. Okay, so if we go over to Minecraft Dungeons, and we go to the pets. Not the right pets, wait, okay. Look, we have 500 different animals from real life. We have foxes, ferrets, goats. Well, we have goats in regular Minecraft, but goats that we don't have in regular Minecraft. Ducks, penguins. Penguins before the mob throw penguins. Moles, raccoons. There's hedgehog somewhere in this. Yeah, hedgehog. We have skunks even. We have a toucan. Why wouldn't... We have ravens. Why wouldn't a... We have red pandas. Why wouldn't a hippo be canon? Here we have 500 different animals that are canon. Like, seriously.
Canon, just to debunk certain things. Then I point out that on the title page of the
I'm
books,
here to debunk. I'm trying to just absolutely obliterate your entire theory, and I did it to that degree for comedic reasons.
it says series Minecraft. It doesn't say what franchise it's part of. It doesn't say that it's part of a Minecraft companion series. It says that it's part of the Minecraft series, which we all know isn't possible because these books contradict Minecraft, unless there's parallel universes, and this book is one of them. Something.
Yes, it's a parallel universe, not part of the universe that we're talking about in the main lore. This is like Minecraft story mode, you know? This is like Minecraft story mode.
I should also point out is that not every Minecraft book says this. Certain books like this and this and this that quite frankly shouldn't be.
Yeah, okay. Look, this one isn't even an official Minecraft series. But two of these aren't the official Minecraft series. The two of these aren't even by Mojang. That's not... And the middle one, I feel like that's something. I don't know. Two of these books aren't even official Mojang books.
They shouldn't be canon, don't say that. And then as if more evidence was needed that certain books are canon, I pointed out that in the Minecraft movie, giving a piglin an awkward potion stops them from zombifying in the nether, but even though that's not a feature in Minecraft,
yeah,
it was in this book several years before the Minecraft
I know he corrected himself, I'm just reading those subtitles.
movie was even announced. Well, this Minecraft movie. There's been quite a few Minecraft movie announcements, but you know what I mean. To which he says that this is a Minecraft Legends book, not a Minecraft book, and that it's questionable how canon Minecraft Legend books are, even though he literally just said that only.
My wording is a bit unclear. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so, I don't know how oh, my voice disappeared for a second there. I don't know how canon a Minecraft Legends book is. So I'm not smart enough. I don't know the knowledge of Minecraft Legends books. If I don't remember anyone ever saying anything about them. But like, actually, we actually do see in game that they need spores, or at least it's somewhat suggested. Piglin. Wait, let me go to, Legends part. I just don't know how canon this book is, but yeah, no, totally. Spores, they need spores to survive, yeah. I imagine the Legends book, as I said, was based on the Minecraft Legends lore. They were given some information on that. If he says this stuff, my bad. He says this right after I just said to myself after pausing. I did know. Sorry for interrupting you. Don't complain about that again, please. Okay, so Spore Medic. Okay, he breathes spores out. He shoots spores out, and he's literally a medic. This is just something you can already see inside of the game. I haven't talked this loud for this long in a very long time. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure I even have talked like this in a while. I mean, ever. Not I just said in a while. Anyways, let's continue.
Only Rise of the Arch-Illager is canon. Then, the most important part of the video starts, where I discuss how the overworld, nether, and end all branched out from a single timeline, and what the original timeline looked like. And then he proceeds to literally fast forward the entire rest of the video. Literally the most important part. Which brings us to...
Actually, I didn't fast forward the video. I did record it. I recorded it. But I cut it out for 2 reasons. One, it didn't seem relevant. It was just about a dimension that didn't exist. Yeah, it didn't provide any lore anyways. It wasn't like... It didn't provide any... You just base a dimension on what... You just base on what a dimension that was once the overworld and the nether would look like. Would look like. That's not very important. And I also cut it out because of what you said, and I did it for your sake, so... You're welcome. I'm sure you didn't care about... I'm sure you don't care about that, but... Yeah, I did end up leaving a little bit of that in the video, though. Just because I thought it would be funny. But anyways, let's continue.
To the last theory that he debunked. This one, where I talk about how the end was created, and dive deeper into the origins of the Orb of Dominance. In the intro, I tease at the idea of a 4th host that he says he likes. So now for this theory, I start talking about the Minecraft multiverse
I really
theory,
like that theory a lot. It's cool. I just think it's generally cool.
I bring up the book that he is looking at, and he can clearly see does not state any of the things that he said about the—
Yeah, I know that. That's the Minecraft multiverse half of the thing. That's. I know.
difference between worlds, timelines, and universes. Then I go
doesn't
over
mention dimensions. It doesn't mention timelines. The entirety of Minecraft franchise doesn't mention timelines. Actually, I don't know why you're talking about that.
Thing he skipped in the last video.
Wait, no, that was me talking about that. Sorry, my bad. So you did describe dimensions a lot like if they were timelines. So yeah.
Then I point out this theory made by the game theorists, stating that Endermen are actually just players who were corrupted by chorus fruit, to which he points out that the game theorists are very wrong about this theory and that they're wrong about half the time. And yeah, I've found lots of problems with the game theorists' theories, but most of the time they're actually really, really good, even if they—
I just don't like this theory. That's pretty much it. I don't like it. That's it. There's evidence. I don't like the theory. Anyways, though. Like, it isn't enough for me. I believed in this theory for a very long time. But I liked the theory, but I ended up liking the theories more that they aren't people. Like they turn into dust. How much chorus fruit did the humans consume to the point where they started turning into darkness to nothingness upon death? How does that work? I guess it's magic, but like, I don't know. I don't like it. I wouldn't say it's 100% wrong, but I'm just not a fan of it, that's all really.
are wrong. But this guy publicly says that he's coming to debunk all the theorists, so we know for a fact that he's going to be at least a little bit biased going into this. One thing I should—
Hey! I try my best to not be biased. Screw you. That's my motto. Don't be biased. Don't be stubborn. Don't be biased. Don't be stubborn. And don't murder each other over theories. Okay? That's the words I live by when I do these theories. Yeah. I really try hard to not be biased. Like, really hard. You're biased. You are biased. You're biased towards your own theories. I can't provide evidence right now, but this is sounding like such a empty claim. Whatever. You're biased. You're more biased. You're either just as biased as me or even more. You're not any better. Alright? But I really try my hardest to not be biased. I try to see all the theories. I try to see all POVs. I try to see how everybody gets where they are. I see many good theories that I think are good, but I don't necessarily agree with. Like, to be honest, this theory, for example, this theory, another theory I'm going to be debunking. Actually, I'm not even entirely sure I will still be doing the game theorists, due to a few reasons that I can't remember for some reason. Oh yeah, outdated. They have outdated. The theories are outdated, and the game theorists, they either don't know about Minecraft dungeons or don't consider it canon, which is most definitely is. So we can just kind of ignore the entire channel. I bet Raptor would be able to eat that sentence up so well. I swear I'm not biased. I swear I'm not biased, but there are good theories in this. This is where I learned the whole creepers are plants thing, I'm pretty sure. But, anyways, yeah, game theorists don't even always believe in their own theories, so, meh. Let's continue.
Point out though is that I think this is the best game theorist's theory about Minecraft.
No. The best theory was definitely the creeper one. The best theory is definitely creeper one, my guy. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
It's incredibly accurate. They point out a lot of evidence, and lots more evidence has been found by other theorists, like
Zaytrix doesn't believe in the theory.
Also, he points out that in a Minecraft book, it says the Enderman's goal is to slowly displace blocks to remove the entire world, which is true. The handbook
This is not the right book. I don't know why he's showing the mob bestiary.
does say that, but it's still compatible with the game theorist's theory of them being corrupted.
I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that by myself. I just suddenly blurted that out. I don't know, maybe I just want all of you to hear the Minecraft lore about the Enderman that people don't know for some reason. Like, it's been out for years at this point. Like, how many years? 2 years? 3 years? I don't know.
And this theory that we'll get into later. So
What is this? Why is your footage? Why is your images so low resolution? Why? How do you make your videos? How do I read this? What? 1440p? But then have these images. Why? I can't read anything.
compatible with the game theorist's theory of them being corrupted, and this theory that we'll get into later.
How do you keep ruining your assets?
Put forward the fourth host theory, where I talk about the potential fourth host. Then I talk about Zaytrix's theory, where he makes a comparison between the terms Ender Sent and God Sent. And I say that just because the term sounds similar doesn't mean it's the same thing. And I could make an entire video like this debunking Zaytrix's theory, but I'm more focused on making theories rather than debunking old ones.
I want to see you do a debunking theory. That sounds very fun.
Points out that my
Hey, you didn't. Oh, hey.
dominance theory was just.
Hey, you didn't address the whole bone meal and oatmeal being the same thing. You addressed the hippo thing, but so if you address the hippo thing, you should address the bone meal and oatmeal thing.
Just as bad as Zaytrix is, because I'm just saying this is like this, so they must be the same thing, right? But clearly it's not, because the Orb of Dominance is so much weaker than the command block. But like I said, the command block can of course do so much more than the Orb of Dominance because it's a concentrated, controlled output of the Orb of Dominance's power.
How does that make any sense, though? What do you mean concentrated, controlled output? What material would you put into that command block that would make it literally God. Or, well, on a godly level. Like, what?
The Orb of Dominance clearly isn't.
How does a command block make the Orb of Dominance more powerful? How does that work, and where are you getting that from? You're making that up. You're making that up. That comes from nowhere.
Perfect, whereas the Archillager shows it being affected by things like emotion, whereas command blocks.
You're calling the contradiction. You're making a theory from a contradiction to your own theory. Okay.
Are like machines. They do exactly
Anyway.
the task that needs to be done every single time with perfect efficiency. Not to mention the concentration of power, making it clearly much stronger than its predecessor. And again,
What
I'm
do you
not
mean
saying
concentration of power? How does it even concentrate the power? How does an entire solid orb have less concentration than the command block? There are more pieces of the Orb of Dominance in the orb than in the command block.
for 100.
Well, I guess the buttons aren't actually the Orb of Dominance now, apparently. Also, I don't think the buttons, I think they're just like generic computer lights. Like, that command block's design doesn't even make any sense. They just make it look like that. They don't even think about the lore. They're just random lights. They don't mean anything, the lights.
% certain that it's the same thing. I'm just saying that it totally could be. Then I talk about void power much stronger than its predecessor. And again, I'm not saying for 100% certain that it's the same thing. I'm just saying that it totally could be. Then I talk about void power, and he criticizes me for not using words like void energy or void magic. Then talks about how Ajax's theory is actually good.
Irrelevant.
Even though, as I said, there's so many.
You're just making me look bad at this point. Yeah, making myself look bad at this point.
Different things that can be used to debunk it. Again, not that he's a bad.
Oh no. Here we go. I have regrets. This is not one of them.
Theorist. Xatrix is an incredible theorist, even though he clearly doesn't like me. I told you I'm a very controversial theorist. Xatrix is an incredible theorist, even though he...
Aww. Why are you stealing stuff? Don't steal stuff.
Clearly doesn't like me. I told you I'm a very controversial theorist, but then he says that theorist, even though he clearly doesn't like me.
Oh, he's going to play my audio. Oh no. Oh no. I want to skip this, but I'm not.
Controversial theorist, but then he says this.
He says that his theories are correct without a doubt, and he treats them all like they're 100% truth.
No, I don't treat my theories like they're absolute truth and that everyone else's theories are terrible. In fact, I often go out of my way multiple times a video to point out that this theory might not be true and it's just a theory, and that other people's theories are great.
Do you mean the reaction to my reaction? Or the video that I reacted to? Because I don't remember you saying that once in the original video. Maybe you said it like once, but like... You left out a part where you said that your theory's undoubtable, my guy.
Even if they're wrong. I made an entire video talking about how even though my theories have
my voice is getting tired.
Evidence, it doesn't mean they're true. I'm just saying that Xatrix's theory has some problems. That's all I'm saying.
He thinks that people believe Xatrix because he's a bigger YouTuber than this guy, when it's actually that Xatrix is a bigger YouTuber because he's a better theorist than this guy.
First of all, yes, I do believe that people are more prone to...
I'm glad you can understand what I'm saying.
I believe Xatrix over me, even if my theories are better because he's a bigger YouTuber. That's just human psychology. Again, I'm not saying that all his theories...
No. At least not for me. That's not what's going on for me, at the very least. I don't know why people are biased. I mean, people will be biased if you kind of, you know, hide all of the comments in your comment section. of people disagreeing with your theory. No? Like...
are wrong, or that he's a bad theorist, or that my theories are good and that I'm better than him. I'm just coming up with a theory, acknowledging that it might be false,
that your theories are better.
and posting it on the internet. But he says that Zatrix is a bigger YouTuber because he's a better theorist. First of all, I can't seem to find any problems with most of my theories, so again, that doesn't make me a better theorist.
Of course, you're biased. That's how bias works.
I could still be wrong, but he's definitely not a bigger YouTuber than me because he's
You
so
sounded very doubtful when you said I could still be wrong.
much of a better theorist. And second of all, if being a better theorist gives you more subscribers, and I'm sorry to say it, buddy, but I have almost 2,000 times more subscribers than you.
But I just started. Come on, man. I just started. You don't suddenly immediately blow up. That's RNG if you just suddenly blow up. Also, my video is pretty low quality. But still, come on. This video is definitely going to be higher quality. I hope. Also, outdated. I have 2 subscribers now.
So by that logic, who's the better theorist, you or me? Then I tell my
Screw. Fair enough.
theory about Ender, the 4th host, and everything, and he says that the host probably shouldn't have trusted someone so much whose name is Ender, which honestly I agree with. That's actually really funny. But moving on.
Thank you.
And then I say that chorus fruit is too toxic to eat consistently. He says that clearly it's not because Ender pearls harm us from teleporting, but chorus fruit doesn't. But I was referring to the fact that it turns people into Endermen when eaten consistently. Then
I really don't think chorus fruit can change your biology that drastically.
the players turn into Endermen, they retain the power that only the players had to break and place blocks.
Cough, cough, farmer villagers. Cough, cough, zombies, vindicators can also break doors. Cough.
Yes, there are other mobs in the game that can break blocks,
I
but
forgot about
Endermen are
Ravagers.
the only ones in the game who can break
And
and place, which is exactly what I said. But yeah, this guy
What?
blocks, but Endermen are the only ones in
Farmer villagers can both break and place blocks.
the game who can break and place, which is exactly what I said. But yeah, this guy talks for quite a while, and you can actually look down at the timeline and see that this video is shorter than the video I'm reacting to. That's how long it is. Then he talks about how he thinks that
Yeah. I intentionally made the video very long in order to make sure that I got no accusations of being a terrible reaction or not like stealing videos or whatever. While still having the entire video be in my video. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not just straight up stealing your video, okay?
said that all the other beings from the end were just Endermen.
I would have preferred a live reaction.
The Ender corrupted even further, but no, I think that they're just beings he created in their image.
That's
And
not what
Endermen-
you...
clearly are stronger than most of them. They're the only mobs we know of that can teleport, like, between dimensions. So I think that the Endermen are the only, like, end beings that were originally players, and the rest of them were created by him, but just they're weaker than Endermen. Except for the Ender Scent, which was stronger, but there's very few of them. Then I reminded people that Ender isn't a god like Zatrix says.
I'm
He's
sure
just
there's
an
actually fewer in this sense, or is that just gameplay balancing? Because like, it's not that many Endermen in Minecraft dungeons. It's not that many Endermen. Then when you go to the end in Minecraft, there's so many of them.
very powerful being, to
Like
which
the
he
Warp Forest also literally has no Endermen. But in Minecraft they spawn quite frequently.
responds,
Powerful being that creates stuff. Nah, it's not a god.
correct. Gods, by definition, are all-powerful. Ender was defeated, so clearly he's not all-powerful. Then the final
Depends on which fair enough.
battle happens where Ender is defeated, and he criticizes me for using the music from the Minecraft Dungeons opening cinematic instead of the Heart of Ender's theme. Yes, you can tell he's just kind of grabbing on to anything that he can to
Correctamundo! Why did I say that? But yeah, I'm just doing that on purpose. I was trying to intentionally be a little bit mean for fun. Not whatever. But yeah, no, I was trying to be a little bit mean for fun there. Yeah.
prove the theory wrong, because truly there isn't that much wrong with this theory. And by the way, I'm not
I don't remember the theory well enough. I already threw the theory out of my mind. I don't know why. I'm very tired. I'm very tired.
saying that this whole thing with the interdimensional war and Ender and anything actually did happen. I'm just saying that it's incredibly likely. Then I say that it's the greatest Minecraft theory ever told, in my opinion, and I'm not saying that I truly believe that it's the greatest Minecraft theory ever, or that it's the ultimate Minecraft theory, or the perfect Minecraft theory. I'm just saying I've heard a lot of Minecraft theories, I've made a lot of Minecraft theories, and this one is my favorite. That's all I'm saying. That's completely subjective.
That was my reaction. Sounds like theories are bad.
But as bad as this whole situation is, it's nothing compared to this.
The Minecraft world that we see in Minecraft is not the canon world. Canon world we see is in Minecraft Dungeons. Why? Because I don't think the Minecraft world is like 4 times bigger than Earth.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. This right here sums up the biggest problem in Minecraft theories. You see, people have their own ideas of the way things are, and they don't like when those ideas get changed. They don't like to think that maybe the Orb of Dominance survived Minecraft Dungeons, or that maybe Minecraft is in a parallel universe system, and people will often go through any lengths necessary to
justify. What does parallel universe system mean? Because if you think parallel universe in my way, yeah, I totally agree. If you think parallel universe in your way, no.
Their previous beliefs. Not because they're maliciously trying to mislead people, but because they're
What's this sad music?
biased, whether or not they mean to.
Why does your fire look like that?
And those biases cause them to do things they wouldn't normally do. And if you look back at all these theories, all of them are terrible and easy to debunk if you don't take into account the shards of the Orb of Dominance,
if you don't take into account cartoon what? You don't take a
scene at the end of the Echoing Void DLC, the command blocks being canon
I already disproved it, it's not important.
through creative mode, the similarities between the Orb of Dominance and the command blocks. Ignore what Mojang says about Minecraft's
Just two powerful things, of course they're similar.
Multiverse theory. Use this made-up model of universes and dimensions.
I base this on I base this with my eyes, with the evidence I saw. The fact that there's multiple dimensions inside of a world, so then therefore there must be dimensions inside of the world, and the book said universe, multiverse. Ah! Also, did you see that it says hi over here? Did you see that? Did you see that?
And say that Minecraft isn't the canon world, but rather Minecraft Dungeons is, even though we would never go through all these lengths for a theory we believe is true. And when we start
Are you going to address my actual theory, or are you just going to continue with this thing?
start to question whether or not the Minecraft world is canon in a Minecraft theory, what are we even doing? At the point where we...
No, I mean like the physical world, like the terrain generation. That's not how the Minecraft world actually looks like. Like all of the content itself. Canon. Not like the terrain generation.
Question if the Minecraft world is canon, we're no longer Minecraft theorists.
Can you listen to the rest of that part?
So what's the solution to this? Keep an open mind. Don't just look at
You keep an open mind. Screw you.
evidence that supports what you already think is true. Give both sides of the story equal research and then come to a...
Oh, whoa. Your FPS is dying. Oh, wait, no, is that me? Oh. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, no. Come on, I want to hear what he's saying. Please.
conclusion based on factual evidence. And you're going to be wrong some of the time, but that's just because
I've been wrong a lot, but this is not where
because we're
not
humans,
one of them.
and we need to admit when we're wrong instead of keeping...
I've made a lot... I said a lot of incorrect things, but nothing here I have said has been incorrect. Nothing I said here is wrong. I have said a lot of things that aren't true in my my time as a theorist, but nothing in my reaction I have said wasn't true at the current point of how much evidence we have. Like, for example, I'm not sure if the hosts actually exist. I said that it could be either that they do exist or they don't exist. When we do find out if they actually exist or not, obviously, then that sentence won't be correct anymore. But what I'm saying is, nothing I said was wrong, screw you.
It hidden or undisclosed. And with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.
Okay. Okay, so what I said was that the terrain generation is different. Why is the terrain generation different? The terrain generation is different for different gameplay. He cut out the part where I explained that part. Hello. The terrain generation is different because of gameplay. And I think the Minecraft Engines one is canon one because it's more detailed. But it's also not 100% canon because most of the levels are procedurally generated. Do you understand where I'm coming from here? How long have I been recording? Oh, another hour long. Okay, so anyway, your response.
I'm a Minecraft
I like the
theorist,
video.
and I have...
I do still, disagree with you. Glad we could agree at some points. The title did make me worried, and that worry was justified with that ending. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I have to say, I think. So, goodbye. Bye. By the way, I would just like to mention that, about that comment. No, nothing. I don't mean anything too serious about it. I just really want to debunk the parts of the theories that I disagree with, Like, this is my fun. I will get to actual theories eventually, not just debunking. But here. Anyways, Raptor Lord, I do not expect you to make a response video this time, but I would enjoy a comment. Just tell me what you think about this and whether or not I actually have a point or I am the most biased person you have ever met in your entire life or something like that. But anyways, bye for real this time. Goodbye.